Welcome race fans here to a Tuesday night racing here with eNascar Outlaw League as they get ready to roll back in here tonight at Talladega Superspeedway series here. Series, it's not a series. But anyways, I messed that totally up. But they're here at Talladega Superspeedway. Getting ready here with their trucks as last night we did see the ARCA cars out here, and man, if you haven't seen that race, go back and watch it as we had Brandon Coley up in the booth with Wesley Outland was also up in the booth, and I'm going to be happy to bring that gentleman back up here tonight. Everybody loved his commentating, so I would like to welcome Wesley back up into the booth here at Freaky Fast for a second round of Talladega, man.
Oh, man. We thought last night was crazy. Have we recovered from last night's ARCA shenanigans? Oh, my goodness, what a race last night.
I know I didn't. It was crazy.
And now it's truck,
Yeah, so what are we looking at in the trucks? Now, what I see difference here, Wesley, in the trucks from the ARCA, you can push a little bit better with these trucks than you can the ARCA cars because of the way, the nose is stuck with the ARCA cars, so planted down, they sit lower and everything else. These trucks, they're more rounded, they're more a box system in the front that you can push better, but not long because, you'll start overheating here.
Yeah, I think you're correct on that. We're going to see this type of atmosphere with these trucks, and they're going to shift. The trucks are so much different than the car bodies themselves, so that automatically it changes the aerodynamics, virtual reality of the way that they're going to negotiate around the racetrack here at Talladega. But then again, you add on to the fact of the restrictor plates and, the draft and, the air and all the things we talked about last night in the ARCA race for the eNascar Outlaw League. And now we have the trucks this evening. I think we're going to see a different race, but I also don't think much will change from it either.
Very true. There's a lot of drivers we seen last night in ARCA. They do carry themselves over. Did not leave Talladega last night as they got ready, prepared for tonight's race here with the truck with eNascar Outlaw League. But we do got some newcomers in here like DJ Allen. We didn't talk about him last night. John, in that 50, we didn't talk about him. Wasn't last night. Who else do we have? I think that's about it. Oh, Jesse in the 1. I think that's about it there, Wesley. I think everybody else we seen last night. Oh, maybe Joel Williams. We didn't see Joel Williams in the 20. So we got some new blood out there, I guess is maybe what I'm trying to say.
And then we have a lot of drivers that are returning from last night's shenanigans as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I will tell you this, as a new connoisseur of what is the eNascar Outlaw League in Freaky Fast Broadcasting, Discord's messenger box was blowing up all night, this morning, this afternoon, at lunch. A lot of trash talking, a lot of conversating, if you will, positives and negatives of what happened last night at Talladega. And I think finally Joshua, or Christopher, the promoter of the deal, just said, hey guys, look, if you want to bash somebody, come to the admins, come to me, come to somebody and say how you feel, but don't publicly post or go on your Discord and bash a driver, because we're all in this together. And I think that works out perfectly because it was everybody on the track at the same time doing what they did and the way things happened the way they happened. For those people that are fans of it and watched it last night, I thought it was entertaining as hell. But for the people that were in the races, maybe there were some hurt feelings, maybe there were some bad moves made. Net code could have been a problem on some scenarios as well. But Robert, all in all, everybody, I thought it was a good time. It was fun.
Oh, it was great. It was great. These guys put on a show like that every week. And I do apologize there, Wesley. I'm not sure why on the left side it's showing the qualifying results and it's only sticking at 14. I don't know why. I changed.
Reset your overlay and try to reset it, close it, and open it back up again. Sometimes that happens on a couple of other broadcasts that I work with. If you close your overlay page, reset it, it'll sometimes reset and pop back up again. So just take a look at that. But anyhow, once we get that fixed. There's Brandon Browning. I do see him. He's 14th on the clock, and he is coming back after a dismal race last night. I mean, I know it was disappointing for him. But you know, we mentioned Spees, and they were 1 and 2 in the points, and Spees had his bad luck as well. So we'll see how things develop as qualifying is about to come to a close here.
I see what was going on. All right, 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I will get that put up. I see it actually opened itself up twice.
Yes, sir. Yes.
For some awful god reason, don't know why.
Well, it looks like qualifying is actually about to conclude here, and we'll actually get the lineup set, and we'll get ready to go racing here. So we're not wasting no time. 8 o'clock at night, ready to go racing. We appreciate you checking us out on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And there you see it. See, didn't I help you? There you go, Robert. Look at that.
Yes, you did. But now I don't have the qualifying results.
Uh-oh, we better find them.
Well, it's not. Yeah, right. It shows me practice results, but are we in the? Yeah, we're.
Just give me a second. I think we have qualifying results done. 56.68 seconds. Well, they're still qualifying, I think.
That's right. That's why. Yeah, we still got 5 seconds yet. That's why it didn't show. Whew. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We are good. All right. There we go.
There's your qualifying results right now. Brent Hunsucker at the top of the board. 56.456 seconds in the number 2 machine. Brent Hunsucker. John Gallagher is second, and it looks like qualifying will now officially close. We will get ready for the race and set to go. There's your qualifying results. And as we also take a look at the starting lineup, look at this right here on the pole. 56.456 seconds for Brent Hunsucker in the number 2 on the pole. John Gallagher on the outside of the number 50. Row 2, Stephen Ford in the 22. I wonder if he's got Bob Ross on his truck tonight like he had on the car. Shane Lottie in the number 5, now in the 15. He will start 4th. Row number 3, Jeff Vickery in the funnel cake truck will be alongside DJ Allen on row 3. Row 4, Ruben Phelps and Shane Tinnery in the number 8 position. Row 5, Jory Williams and Jesse Nakula in the top 10. Tyler Gatsky in the number 11 spot, followed by Preston Michael. Moving on to row number 7, Christopher Pendle, Robert Woodard, row 7. Row 8, Brandon Browning and Joaquin Meza. Final row of qualifiers, row 9, Chris Malcolm and Paul Henley. So there is the lineup of the drivers, Robert, that will battle here coming up for this race at Talladega this evening. Robert Moyer Jr.
That's right. Thank you very much there, sir, for running through that lineup, because everybody knows you're a Freaky Fast. You don't want me to do it because I'll butcher every freaking name out there. I'm bad with names. I really am.
That broadcast school paid off, I guess. I don't know, because this is only my second time working with you guys, which, by the way, I will tell you, I'm looking forward to working with Freaky Fast on Saturday before I announce the Butterball for Speed 51 television at Richmond, Kentucky. I will be high in the press box with my laptop, with my monitor, calling esports for you guys for the IndyCar race on Saturday. Looking forward to working with the team. Yeah. That should be fun. 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, it's 2 p.m., not 1. Server goes up at 1.
Meeting's at 1 o'clock. Yeah, that's what Yeah,
because we make sure we have our ducks in a row, because that is going to be a huge event this Saturday here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. So I'd like to say thank you to Lee Tidwell and Wesley Outland for coming up in the booth.
Speaking of Lee, where's Lee at tonight? I thought he was going to work with me this evening. So come up.
He said he was, but it all depended on his job, and it was one of them hit and misses, and it looks like his job said no.
I understand. I got you.
But I did talk to him today. Everybody out there that wants to know, Lee will be Saturday and Sundays guaranteed up in their booth with me every Saturday and Sunday at Freaky Fast. Now, through the week, that's a different story because of his job. So,
gotcha.
If anybody wants to know where's Lee at? Well, that's okay. He sent me a message and said, hey, I love that Wesley guy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I know we're friends on Facebook, so I felt like it was going to be okay. Just, I like I told you last night, I'm one of those types where I like to be a team player. I don't believe in egos. I don't believe in one-man shows. I think everybody works together, and that's why I wanted you to contact him. And hey, Wesley's filling in. He's stepping up. He's not trying to take anyone's job away, because I'm not that type of person. And to be honest with you, Robert, as you know, I have a crazy schedule as it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you keep up with it yourself, but hey, bravos to you, man.
It's called a daily. It's called a daily itinerary. That's all I'm going to tell you.
I thought my life was busy, but holy mackerel. But
well, ladies and gentlemen, we're set to go here at Talladega. It's going to be just like last night's race, except 80 laps for the trucks instead of the ARCA cars. 250 miles. It is Brent Hudsucker, John Gallagher on the front row, Sean LeDuc and Stephen Ford, row 2. Row 3, Jeff Vickery and DJ Allen. Robert, myself, Wesley, along for the call. The eNascar Outlaw League trucks on Freaky Fast. They're about to get Freaky Fast style out of turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, through the restart box, here they come up to speed. Here we go. Robert, this is Talladega. We're green.
Yeehaw! I just had to say that because Talladega is going to be fun action. 19 trucks out there heading down into turn 1 for the first time here for 80 laps here tonight. We'll see how this all plays out. I think the key is I forgot to look. Apologize to the viewers. I don't know how many sets of tires they have. I think 2.
Hudsucker down on the bottom of the racetrack. He'll tuck up under Vickery's machine. Stephen Ford to the outside lane. Will carry Gallagher and LeDuc on the top shelf. They're right now door to door like they were under the pace car at full speed. Down to turn number 3, the outside lane will open up. They're about to go 3 wide. Thought about it for a second there as Vickery shoots up the top of the banking. He'll make a move to the outside lane. Back to the inside. On the bottom of the racetrack is Brent Hudsucker. He'll carry Ford with him along with Vickery. They're flip-flopping positions. Here comes the 50 now. John Gallagher to the outside lane. And they're going to come to the line this time by and put lap 1 on the board here. 79 to go at Talladega. The leader is Stephen Ford going back to turn 1.
Yeah, he had not a good night last night in that tide machine. He ran that tide machine in the ARCA car, and that thing was getting wish-washed all over the place. I think he got tired of the spin cycle.
Yeah, he definitely struggled last night for sure. Got to really turn things around after the bad luck he had last night. As right now we are underway in the opening laps, and currently it's Stephen Ford leading the way. You watch the ticker on the top of your screen. Look at the battle there. There's 3 trucks fighting for position. There's the Chick-fil-A entry on the top shelf. That's Gallagher. Gallagher's going to carry the little push there with the 22. And there's Vickery behind the machine of Hudsucker, along as they'll make their way off the corner. Outside the top 5, Phelps, Williams, Allen, all in that box. As here they come back across the line. And they're playing nice for the time being. This is early racing. We're just in the early start.
Yeah, I noticed one thing already, Wesley, that these guys here, you can see the top line is actually working than compared to what it did in the ARCA cars last night. The top line would get a run in the ARCA cars and then just stall out. These trucks here, you can see better downforce, better package, and they look more stable too out there. As that top line's trying to get the 3, 4, 5 trucks lined up back here to DJ Allen's back here in that 37 Golden, what's he running? Golden Royal. Okay.
The Crown Royal. The Crown Royal number 37. Yeah, there is DJ Allen from Georgia.
Check out the gold in that thing. That looks nice.
Nice sharp looking ride there right in front of the Haviland colors of that number 15 is Shane LeDuc, as well as they make their way back across the straightaway behind him. Shane Tyranny in the number 19 machine is Stephen Ford leading the way in truck number 22. Brent Hudsucker in the number 2 spot. They're door to door for those positions in the front pack, along with John Gallagher and Jeff Vickery, the top 4, moving their way to the back straightaway and trying to go 3 wide, almost 4 wide on lap number 3. Something's got to give. They'll fan back out door to door, and they'll work their way now back to turn number 3 with still Stephen Ford leading that battle in the corner.
2 by 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back to about 10th position, back to Tyler, Preston, Mike. Preston is, wow, where did he go? Oh, the 4, okay, wow, he's up and down. You know, Wesley, that's one thing I try not to do. I don't try to call out positions at a super speedway because, you know, you go into turn 1, you could be, say, running 3rd position, and the time you get out of turn 1, you're in 10th.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about that draft. You could be in the penthouse and be in the outhouse. The next thing you know it is here they come back into turn number 1 and 2, back into the corner. The leader is still going to be the driver of Stephen Ford. Stephen Ford, Brent Hudsucker, John Gallagher, Vickery, LeDuc, the top 5. That's the way it stands right now. But again, that can change. Here comes a Hot Wheels machine down to the bottom of the racetrack, going for a daring move. That's Williams, or will it be also the 38 of Christopher Pendle? He's in 11th. He's starting to make a run through the pack. and loving these beautiful wrap jobs on these trucks, just like that number 60 truck. Looks just like Mark Martin's old NASCAR Busch Series successes. Remember when he ran in the Busch Series, the number 60? And of course, that's, yes, sir.
Yep. And okay, confusion a little bit. The 38 of Christopher is actually in the 60, so he did not get his number.
Okay.
So that's
the 60 truck is actually the 38 of Christopher Pendle.
Correct. Yes. So we have a number messed up that, so everybody knows, because you might be looking, because I was sitting here while you were talking, Wesley, going, I don't see a 38.
Yeah, I see the 60 truck, but I don't see a 38 on scoring. That's Christopher Pendle, but I've seen that happen so many times before.
Yeah, that's trading paints. But, hey, man, this is the guy you were calling last night, said that, you wanted to win. We'll have to see if he can bounce back after that dismal race at the ending there. I mean, I seen his post on Discord. He loved it. He enjoyed it. But he's the type of driver, he's like me. Well, that's my Talladega luck.
Yeah, it was some craziness last night for sure. And, I think everybody that had picks last night, Brandon Colley and yourself, Robert, my pick, we all got crashed either in that big wreck there before the restart, and then on the shootout finish in overtime when everybody got crashed there. It just a crazy race last night. I never would have thought the Meliela car of Albert was going to win the race. Devin Albert picking up the victory there. Last-ditch shot on the outside lane through the tri-oval, pulling the upset on the 30 car of Arnold. I thought really Arnold was the man that was going to, scamper away and sneak and get the win, and that just didn't happen last night.
Yeah, and the way he passed him, too, coming out of 4, going down this strip right here, actually, where he did it. Coming down here, going into the tri-oval, and as, the traditional start-finish line is in about the middle of the front stretch, and not here at Talladega, though. Talladega, it's actually down by turn number 1, so he had that whole long tri-oval to work the draft, to get beside him and pull the side draft, and he did it perfect, like a perfect steak cooked on the grill.
Yes, sir, definitely, and unleash the Ultra Beast there, the number 20. You're riding on board with that driver. That's Jory Williams in front of him. That's actually Preston Michael, who's behind him, up 5 spots here in the opening going as we work lap 7. Look at the outside lane starting to come to work. Jeff Vickery, he'll hook up now with the 16 of Tyler Gansky and give him a little putt in the pants on the outside lane as they work their way back off the corner. Here they come again, cross the corner, back another lap on the board. And again, we are still underway here in this event, closing in on lap number 8 done this time by, closing on lap 9 now. Working lap 9, 8 in the books, and Stephen Ford is the man that is leading the way for the time being. Eat more chicken. Chick-fil-A man out in front there in that car. Nice looking wrap jobs on these trucks as there's John Gallagher in the 50, the orange and blue truck, the nice number 20 Munster truck. That's Jory Williams. Looking at that, the 15, Shane LeDude was in a Tide Rod last night. Now he's in the Haviland colors of the late Davey Allison when he drove the 28. The 16 is Tyler Gatke looking good. The 21 truck, Jeff Vickery. Don't got funnel cake tonight, but he's got a 99-cent special for Cumberland. And there you see him there off the corner. Smart pay.
Yes. And last night for Brandon and 48, he had an up and down night there out there too. But he is actually one of the drivers. If we pull up the Discord, he is actually, I talked to him last night after the race. He's actually looking in to help Freaky Fast on the broadcasting side of things. But he's fighting to get into the playoffs there, Wesley. He's just outside the top 16 to make it into the playoffs. So he needs a good run, good strong finish here tonight. Get as maximum points that he can with the playoffs coming down to the end within, I think, the next 2 weeks. Let me look so I can make sure I tell everybody.
And you see the number 48 ally entry there of the points leader for the Monday ARCA deal. Brandon Browning, bad night last night at Talladega. See if he can turn it around in his Chevrolet tonight. And he's got the colors of the 7-time NASCAR Cup Series champion from El Cajon, California in his final year of Jimmy Johnson. As Jimmy Johnson still looking for that first win and the opportunity to go to the playoffs as well. So there goes Brandon Browning, a little punt there from the 21 truck of Jeff Vickery, trying to make it around as they come back into the corner.
Yes, their playoffs start in 2 weeks, after tonight, 3 weeks actually, we go to Chicagoland for the ARCA cars and to the trucks. And then we got the Phoenix both nights because they run back-to-back, same tracks, all 3 series. And then 9-8 starts the top 16 at Kansas Speedway there, Wesley. So he's only got tonight and 2 more races to make it in to the top 16.
Back down the straightaway. Watching them as they make their way down the back into the, back to the front straightaway, back to the flag stand now. As they work through the tri-oval, look at Brandon Browning still getting a little company from that 21 truck of Vickery. And meanwhile, protecting the bottom of that 22 is Stephen Ford. Hunsucker, Browning, Gallagher, that's for second, third, and fourth on the racetrack. As again, we are underway here watching these drivers battle. And you know, Robert, one of the things we are watching is the fact that, you know, literally they're respecting one another. I'm watching them early in this race. It's not like a wreck fest, so to speak. They're not trying to crash or run into each other. Patience. Waiting for that time to go, and it's just not time to go right now. You got to work your way around here. You got to tick your laps off until you, and then when it's time to go in about 25, 30 laps to go, then you start making your moves. I see a lot of give and take here right here in the first 15 laps of this race.
Yes, they are running very respectful, like you said there, Wesley. Giving room. I mean, there's no need to push it. You got, you know, you're only 13 laps into an 80-lap race. You know, you're going to have to make some pit stops, and you're going to have to take your tires, and 2 tires, 4 tires, you know, your fuel. Stay out of the havoc if anything does happen. But again, these things are so different than the ARCA cars of what we seen last night. You can push. You can bump draft with these. I don't want to say to an extreme, but you can do that and get away with it more than what the ARCA cars, because the ARCA cars are very, again, I don't think the ARCA cars are made for super speedway racing. Mile and a half, 1 mile, short track. That's where they thrive at. You know, that's their thing. These things here are made, you know, made to run a super speedway, but to get back to the race, now look at that. Look at that 48. We were just talking about him. He was back there, what, 9th, 8th position? He is now battling for the lead on the top side.
Back across the corner out of turn number 4, Brent Hunsucker looking inside, looking outside. Vickery is there. The 50 truck there to the outside. Look at Browning. Browning finding a move on the outside to hook up with Vickery. Meanwhile, that beautiful silver number 2. Give him a little punt to help him out, a little assist, if you will, of Brent Hunsucker. John Gallagher right behind him. They'll stay on the bottom line of the racetrack and working their way out of turn number 4 back to the tri-oval. Well, a little give and take here. Like I said here, Robert, and that's exactly what we're seeing, because watch that 2 truck. Watch the 21 truck. The way they're getting around the 22 and the 48 are trying to. Little bump, little hit there, but not trying to, like, you know, force the issue to move them out of the way. You watch that silver 2, Brent Hunsucker, and then you see closing in, cutting off the air, John Gallagher. This opens up a draft for Joy Williams and also Jesse Nakula, all of them to close in behind him. Look at the 15 truck. He goes to the outside lane, down to the bottom. Shane LeDoux to the Haviland truck, and meanwhile, look at him start wiggling like a pendulum motion, if you will, coming off the corner, following each other like a snake off into the turn out of turn number 4 now. And you still see them trying to run down Stephen Ford. And while that battle goes on the inside lane, losing ground on the outside, starting their own little single wide formation. Snake is going to be Brandon Browning in the 48. The 21 of Jeff Vickery. They fell all the way back outside the top 5 in 5th, 6th, and 7th as they work on the top shelf. Back to 1.
They go down into turn 1, getting ready to head down the backstretch. You can see that bottom line is now starting to gather more and more trucks, which is going to make it, whoa, more and more faster. Who is that getting out of the way? Oh, that was your last night's winner. He down onto the inside, down on the apron, and got out of everybody's way. Now, he doesn't want to lose the draft. He needs to try to catch on to somebody and start, you know, moving back up through the field slowly.
Wow, that was Pendle.
Yeah, man, he went, I'm not sure what happened coming out of 2, but he moved really fast. Oh, now we got the one coming
look
across
out
track.
from one, he made contact with another truck. The one truck goes spinning, everyone else going around. The 41 gets collected of Chris Malcolm. And it started with truck number 1 of Jesse Nakula and Chris Malcolm have got together. Freaky Fast Broadcasting replay. Watch it. We'll find where it all come unglued. There's the one truck. He's right alongside Preston Michael behind the 20 of Jory Williams. He was in the top 10. The one truck, Jesse Nakula. Watch him on the inside. Don't know if he just kind of lost it on his own. Went below the yellow line. And then all of a sudden tried to get back on course and lost it. And then he hit the 41. There's the 41 and the 4 truck also getting collected.
Wow.
And the 4 trucks, Preston Michael and the 41 also involved of Chris Malcolm. So watch this.
Oh, Chris Malcolm's heading toward the inside.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I spotted as well. Yeah, whenever we were watching, the 4 truck, if you will, and the 1 truck continuing to spin, I saw Chris Malcolm in the Busch Red Apple light machine hit the wall and below us on the bottom left. So there you go. There's the reason why we're under caution. Tough break there for the Toyota entry of Preston Michael as we go under caution for the first time here at Talladega. Trucks with damage. Got to fill in some people to come down to the pit lane as well, as we're currently at least 1/3 of the way about to be through here. Or 1/4, actually.
I'm just trying to figure out, Wesley, what happened to that one truck of Jesse, because he was entering pit road. I think he might have had too much front end brake, and it literally locked up the left front tire, and it shot him across the track. Like he blew a tire out.
Not sure. Possibly 37 on the pit lane, having service done. Your favorite truck, DJ Allen, is in. Also, the 50 of John Gallagher is in. The 2 of Huntsucker is in on the pit lane. So is Trevor Gatke. So is also the number 19 entry into the pits, and Shane Tyranny. And there you see the 22 of Stephen Ford. He entered first. He will exit off for the racetrack. And remember, they literally pass the start-finish line when they go off of pit road. So there you go. Under caution. It looks like it's going to cycle around and give the lead with now 18 of 80 complete to Robert Woodard. Robert Woodard will be the new leader in the truck, number 32. Shane Tyranny entered the pits, and he will exit.
Did he?
Brent Huntsucker. No, he didn't enter the pits. I'm sorry, it wasn't Tyranny.
Oh, they're coming out of pit road.
Yeah, Brent. Yeah.
But I'm not showing that they made a pit stop. Did they just drive down pit lane? I mean, they're not even showing a pit stop.
Actually, the 19 was in the pits. I saw the 19 in the pits. That's what I was saying. So I'm thinking only Robert Woodard was the only truck that came to the pits, and everybody else is behind him are the trucks that came to the pit lane as well. So anyhow, we are under the yellow flag. Looks like right now it's being scored as Robert Woodard as the current leader of this race. Broadcast coverage on Freaky Fast is presented by ButtKicker. Yes, I said it, ButtKicker Gamer2. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience. The ButtKicker Gamer2 lets you feel every detail from settle footsteps to the rumble of a V10-powered race car, from ambient environmental effects to the power of a nearby explosion. By moving a physical mass instead of only air like a traditional speaker, the Gamer 2 provides an instant, accurate, powerful bass response, and it's all perfectly in sync with every game, every race, with no additional software required. Again, that is the ButtKicker Gamer 2 system. Get yours today and enhance your sound experience. Finally, also, iPitting. iPitting.com board is a web tool designed for iRacing teams. It helps you to create an iRacing series board for all your teammates. It provides all your teammates a clear vision of every data they need, including schedules, results, championship point standings, series point standings, and it also is a great help to for your team community manager, which can also use your tools to know and share on social networks. And you can also show and share your team achievements. So get it in board today at iPitting.com. So that's some of the sponsors, and we appreciate them being a part of Outlaw League, the eNascar Outlaw League, and Freaky Fast Broadcasting.
Correct. Also, thank you everybody out there on Facebook. We're not forgetting about you. I see the chats coming up, trying to keep up with the chat. Do appreciate it. If you're enjoying this stream, don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to share this to your friends and family and show them what you enjoy to do. Or if you're rooting on a driver, you know, let them know who you're rooting for. You can also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and like us on Facebook. Help Freaky Fast grow and also help the leagues grow. They do much appreciate it. But we do appreciate everybody tuning in out there tonight, you know, on the social media side of things there, Wesley. But I want to bring something up here. We were just talking about Roberts and Shane in that 32 and the 19. They went down pit road that first time round. They drove through pit lane because they couldn't get to their pit stalls. They just made a pit stop on lap 18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they fell all the way back to 11th and 12th position from first to second.
Oh, wow. What a tough break there for those drivers.
Yeah.
So there, you know, we knew there was something going on. I'm glad you were able to troubleshoot and find it out for sure.
Yeah, I was looking at my data going, they went down, but they didn't make a pit stop.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened there. But
you're talking about the 19, right?
Yes.
Shane Tierney.
And
yeah, 32. I saw him on the pit lane. That's why I thought he made pit stops, but understanding that he didn't. So that's a costly mistake on his part. So that's going to cycle back around and give the lead under yellow flag to Brent Hunsucker. Brent Hunsucker and Stephen Ford are now the new leaders as we get ready to get this race back underway. Again, it is the eNascar Outlaw League Truck Series here this evening from the Talladega Super Speedway. Robert Moyer, Wesley Outland on the call for Freaky Fast Broadcasting as they go back to the restart zone. They're going to come back to speed right about now at that second box line. Green in the air. We're back underway. And Hunsucker will get the jump on the inside lane back under the start of things for the first restart of this race. Lap 20 of 80. Back to turn 1.
Oh, we said it last night. We're going to say it again. And you said it last night too, Wesley. You definitely don't want to get a big jump, you know, especially in these trucks. You don't want to, man, these guys will freight train you. They'll take you up, eat you out, and spit you out.
Yeah, for sure. We saw it happen a couple of times last night, and then we saw an exchange where literally the man that actually come close to winning the race played his cards right and was able to hold off the pack until they had that demolition derby there on the last lap in turn 3, but until Devin Alberg was able to get the pass off the corner in the straightaway for the victory. But anyhow, Brent Hunsucker coming off of turn 4, back to the straightaway, coming to speed, leads him on the inside of the racetrack. He'll carry John Gallagher with him to the inside, the green 20 of Joy Williams. Also, Jesse Nakula, who brought out the caution. He is currently in 5th in truck number 1. They're back to turn 1.
Wow. Oh, good rebound for him after bringing out that unfortunate first caution, but looks like he's used his fast repair, took a set of tires, so I think they got the same as last night, Wesley, two sets of tires and 2 fast repairs, I believe they have. So he's down to 1 fast repair and probably 1 set of tires left. Yeah, because I'm looking here. He had a 16-second pit stop. The 20 had a 15-second pit stop. And then we looked back to Ruben, Stevens, Tyler. They all had a 8 to 4-second pit stop. So that tells me they just either took fuel or they took a little bit of fuel and 2 tires.
Yeah, we'll watch them again as they'll come off that corner another lap on the board here, closing in on 18 to the halfway break. 80 laps is the distance in this race. And again, just watching them as they work their way around the racetrack, down the back straightaway. Gallagher, Ford right there, trying to go on after the bottom of Hunsucker as they come off the turn. Another lap. Robert Woodard, keep an eye on him. The Shark. Oh, yeah, it's Shark Week. He's coming after you.
Yeah.
Cue up the Jaws thing.
Dun, 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 dun. Smash. Oops. I ate the wrong thing. You're not supposed to eat the wall, Robert. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't know, Wesley. Do you hit up on chat when you're broadcasting? Do you chat out there to chat on Facebook?
I try to interact with people that are on the chat box. Sure.
Oh, okay. Because we got I call him our PR man, Kenneth. Kenneth is out there. Blackburn, he's always out every night at Freaky Fast. He comes in and supports us and gives us the rundown of the food that are at each track, because apparently at Freaky Fast, all we do is like to talk about funnel cakes and food. But he says hello.
Thank you. Hope you're doing well, bud. Hello. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. All of the comments, likes, comments, and shares, hearts, we appreciate it. Thank you again to Brandon. Where's Brandon at tonight? Why ain't Brandon in the booth?
He's getting ready to do an Indy 500 test. Getting ready for the Indy 500 or the Indy 100 this Saturday.
The race we're broadcasting. Okay, yeah.
So he's out. I asked him, I told him in chat, he's out there in chat. And I said, get your butt up here and call the race. And he goes, I would, but I've got to practice. So he wants to be ready for Saturday night's special event here at Freaky Fast.
I got you. Well, I know it's a Saturday afternoon event, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 Central on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And as I said, I'm literally going to be in the broadcast booth high above Richmond Raceway in Kentucky to announce the Butterball. And before the nighttime activities begin, I will call that event alongside with Lee and with yourself as well, Robert.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a fun broadcast for sure.
Oh, it's going to be great. We're going to have you, like you said, up at Lee Tidwell, me running the stuff in the background. Man, oh man, we have over 50-some people that have signed up for this thing already. Top 33 qualify themselves in on race day, which will be Saturday. You got to do it through the one session. You qualify. Top 33 get in, the rest go home. And it's going to be fun. So get ready. It's going to be. So please, everybody out there, make sure you come and watch us at 2 p.m. Eastern this Saturday. And then Saturday night, we are off at World Series of Sim Racing League. So there will be no broadcast at Freaky Fast. We're not doing a double event, but we'll be doing that event, like I said. So hopefully we get everybody to pull in, get the shares, get the likes, and have a great first time ever actually calling an Indy 500 for us.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And remember, don't forget the 104th running of the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indianapolis 500, presented by, again, Bainbridge, will actually be on Sunday. And that will be Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central on NBC. And looking
NBC?
forward to that race.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be the Indy 500 on national television. And it's not going to be the same not having 300,000 fans there at obviously the world capital of racing, the race car capital of the world, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But hopefully people will enjoy that race. And I know that Marco Andretti, Scott Dixon, Elio Castroneves, Takuma Sato and Vitor Mera and all the guys that are involved in that race are definitely looking forward to get back to Indy. It's not going to be the same, but at least they're going to at least be able to run the Indy 500, and that's cool. So,
all right. Well, before we get back to the race, who are you rooting for the 500 this year?
I'm pulling for Elio Castroneves. I want to see Spider-Man win. I want to see him get in that four-win family group. I want to see him get up there with AJ Foyt and all the other big four-time winners of the Indy 500. And I believe that when he wins that race, I think he'll retire. I
have to agree with you on that. I am actually rooting for Scott Dixon.
I like Scott Dixon, one of my colleagues at MAV TV. Ken Stout is one of the people that are helping out with the Scott Dixon number 9 ride, and I know they're really excited. He's going to be on the outside, the middle lane of the front row for the Indy 500 alongside Marco Andretti and 33 drivers. And the only thing I find disappointing was in years past, and I don't get off subject here because we got a pretty good, decent green flag run here.
Right.
In years past to the Indy 500, you would qualify. Obviously, they lock in 33 spots. Well, they're going to start 33 cars. 33 cars qualified on Sunday for qualifying. And, I don't mean to say this in a bad way, but it qualifying lost its excitement that it's had in years past. 33 cars, 33 cars are on the entry list. 33 cars are going to start the race. 33 cars is the minimum normally, or the maximum.
Right.
We didn't have 40, 50, 60 cars fighting for the pole like we've had in years past for the Indy 500.
True.
And I kind of find that disappointing.
True.
So,
And
but
agreed. And agreed.
In this day and age, with the way things are with our country, with the restrictions and the pandemic, coronavirus continuing to go on with COVID-19, I guess we'll have to just take what we can get. So, and I do find it disheartening that, a couple of weeks ago, and this thing changed, I mean, they announced back at the end of July they were going to have 40,000 fans to be allowed to come to Indianapolis. And then less than 2 weeks later, they announced that they couldn't have fans at all in Indiana. So, enjoy the race. Hopefully it'll be a big show. And hopefully in time we can all get back to loving and going out to the racetracks. And I encourage you that when that time comes, if you're a fan of esports, you're looking at racing, you've never been to a real race before, go to a real race. Experience it. This is a simulation. It's nothing like the real deal seeing it in person. But go out there and say, hey, man, and I hear it all the time already, Robert. Hey, man, dude, I became a fan of racing for dirt, pavement, NASCAR by watching it on esports, watching it on iRacing, watching it on, when NASCAR and Fox and FS1 were doing the coverage of the dirt races and then the Cup races with the Pro Invitational Series. That's how I become a race fan. Now I'm hooked to it.
Yep.
Listen, go out there and do it. Make a new race fan. Build a new race fan. 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16, 16 to 32, 32 to 64. It multiplies. And if we can continue to do that and get it from people that love esports, so be it.
Agreed. And I, real quick, then we'll get back to the race as we're 30 laps into this run. And we did have John take over the lead, and we got Williams in that 20 up to second. But that's how I became a fan. I mean, I watched it on TV until I went to the Dover Downs. And, I live in PA. I'm really 4 hours away from Dover. And I went and seen my first race. Dale Jarrett won it and fell in love. Just with them going around the track and the rumble and 850 horsepowers. I was like, holy mackerel, I didn't realize 43 cars could do that much wind turbulence.
And speaking of Dover, that's where they'll be this weekend with a doubleheader for the Cup Series, also for the Xfinity and the trucks.
Yep,
so they'll all be there in action for sure. So anyhow, back to the action on Talladega virtually. Only had one caution stop this race. We're 9.5 away. Don Gallagher is leading the way. Jory Williams in that Monster Energy number 20 machine sits in the number 2 spot. Nestled up behind him, third is Jesse Nakula, who brought out the caution, the only caution we had in the race with an incident with the 41 of Chris Malcolm and the 4 of Preston Michael. He sits in third spot. Tyler Gatke sits in fourth, up 7 positions. And Brent Hunsucker, the 2 truck, was in the top 5. Now he's falling back, along with Ruben Phelps, Jeff Vickery, Stephen Ford, Robert Woodard, and Brandon Browning. There's your top 10 as we approach halfway in 8 laps, Robert.
Correct. And Stephen Ford was in that 22, was strong there at the Chick-fil-A, led majority of the laps, until that yellow came out. And now, unfortunately, he is getting shuffled all the way back to around 8th, 9th, 10th position on the inside line. He's going to try to hook up with Ruben Phillips there in that 10 Chevy. Silverado. I always forget what Chevy it is. I do. I'm not a Chevy guy, so I always get messed up.
It's a Chevrolet Silverado, Ford F-150, and Toyota Tacoma.
All right, let's just talk about Toyota. I'm just a fan, but anyways. All right, well, hopefully everybody's enjoying Wesley Outland up here with Robert A. Moyer up here at eNascar Outlaw League here at Talladega, virtual Talladega Super Speedway series. Why do I keep calling them series? I don't know why I keep saying that. But anyways.
eNascar Outlaw League series, this is the truck series, we had the ARCA series last night. When did the Cup Boys run?
They run tomorrow night, Wesley.
Okay.
So they will be at Talladega in the Cups, brought to you by, broadcasted to you by PMT or PTM, something like that. But yeah, so they'll be live tomorrow night, 7:50 on their YouTube and Facebook channel.
Okay, so you don't broadcast the eNascar League Cup Series. You just do the trucks and the ARCA. Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha. That's the one you were telling me about the other day. Okay, here we come. All right.
So, all right.
Well, I'm telling you what, Robert, we're watching them as they approach halfway, and I will say this, I'm not trying to jinx anything.
Oh, no.
A completely different race than what we saw last night with the ARCA cars here at Talladega.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, we were at Las Vegas, I believe, and they ran caution-free through the whole race. And it all came down to fuel mileage and tire management, actually. And who won that race? Paul in the 29 actually won that race. And he is the points leader here in the trucks, I do believe. And
there's Paul Henley.
Yeah, and to do the correction that we said it twice last night. He actually is the points leader in the ARCA too. Brandon in the 48 is not.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, I was
okay.
going by the Dan Lisa information,
they
but
actually,
I don't know if it was actually correct or not. So
they actually got it on their Discord. Standings are done with a bot that they have on Discord. They do use Dan Lisa for certain things, but a lot of the point standings are on the bot in Dan Lisa. I mean, in Discord. But he sent me a message. He's like, he's not in the points league. I'm like, oh, he did.
Well, we got a new
new
announcer last minute. Take it easy on him.
Yeah,
give him an effort for trying to cram. Here comes Hunsucker on the pit lane, by the way, the number 2 truck coming into the pits in truck number 2, giving up 11 spots on the track, and he's got damage on his machine. This is an unscheduled pit stop, definitely, for truck number 2. Brent Hunsucker, who was one of those trucks that was in the front earlier tonight.
Yeah, and he uses a fast
repair. It's fixed. Look at how fast that fixed up.
Oh, I love the pit crews in iRacing. They're so great. NASCAR should hire them. But yeah, he gets it. So he's getting his set of tires. He's got his fast repair fixed, but it looked like he hit the wall from what I can see. You know, he's got right side damage there. So, and I did see the 29 of Paul, he ducked out of the way back here. Roberts got out of the way. And, pit window is opening up, Wesley.
32 on the pit lane. Yeah, he's getting ready to come into the pits. Robert Woodard is on the pit lane to the attention of his crew. So is the number 1 of Jesse Nicola, giving up their spots on the racetrack. And they're coming to the pits for service. Closing in on halfway as well in less than 3 laps.
Yeah, I'm shocked. They pitted on lap 17 and 18, so 20. Yeah, I guess that would be about right. 100% fuel. This would be right where the pit window would open up. We were talking about a whole bunch of different stuff. We forgot to talk about pit window.
I'm thinking probably, 18 to 25 laps was when they got a pit.
You think it's that big of a window? 18 to 25 up?
I mean, you know, they came to the pits when we had our first caution, and look at them all coming down the pit lane on lap 37. I mean, we're not even halfway yet. They're pitting.
That or they're playing some kind of strategy, but look at
better make sure they're not speeding on pit road. Onto the pit lane. Gallagher is in. So is the number 16, Tyler Gatke, Jory Williams, Stephen Ford, Brandon Browning, Shane Tyranny. And there's a wreck on pit lane. 22. Stephen Ford just got turned on pit road.
Well, I gotta find his name. Yeah, I just seen him go looping around. Oh, there he is.
The 20 overshot his pit stall. That was the 20 of Jory Williams. He overshoots his pit box. Here comes exit for DJ Allen. 22 having to get service now done. Stephen Ford falling all the way back. Got damage on his truck. Chick-fil-A Ford getting spun on the pit lane. And there's the points leader again from New York, Paul Henley, back on the racetrack. And this is a cycle of green flag pit stops. And I don't know if we could show a freaky fast replay of what happened on pit road in the production truck, but I'd love to see what happened with the 22 of Stephen Ford. Let's watch him. There you see him already spun in the grass. And we'll see how this all developed for him in truck number 22. There he is back on the racetrack. This happened way before then. Look at this. Oh, he got turned by the Hot Wheels number 10.
Oh.
Turned by the 10, and that's Ruben Phelps.
Yep. Spun him and put him in. Now, I wonder if he's going to get penalized for that because he did go off into the grass. I'm not sure.
In my opinion, how is it any of his control when he just got spun on pit lane? You know, I mean, if anybody should got a penalty, maybe it was the 10 of Ruben Phelps.
Right,
but anyhow,
I agree. But I don't know how iRacing scores it as a unsafe exit. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if they would score it that way, but I'm sure the admins would clear something like that, because that's unfortunately that's not his fault. But
yeah, and a tough break for that number 10. There you see him right behind the leader, as Ruben Phelps, after the displeasure and the bad luck on the 22 of Stephen Ford, he's now licking his chops and loving where he's at, because he's able to exit the pits in second. He is right on the crosshairs of the leader, John Gallagher, in truck 50. There they are for positions 1 and 2. And they are coming to halfway in one more lap. This time by through the tri-oval. They will be on lap number 39. Complete coming up will be lap number 40, and we will get ready for the second half of this race here at Talladega. Robert Moyer, what's your thoughts of the first half of the race? And like I said, it's been pretty clean and green for the most part after that one caution.
Yep, after one caution, I agree. Clean and green. These guys are showing a lot of respect, but I think it's same as what I said last night, probably about 15 to 10 laps to go. Things will heat up. They always do, and people are going to start pushing a little bit harder. And they're going to, they want that position. They want that track position. They want that. It's so key. Instead of just riding where you're at and try to work it, they're going to start pushing. But I think the first half was a very, very good race so far here, except for that one yellow. What do you think, Wesley?
I believe so, the same as well. Definitely a good race we've seen in this event here tonight at Talladega for the eNascar League Truck Series this evening, as the eNascar Outlaw League Truck Series. As here comes the field through the tri-oval, back to the start-finish line, and we are halfway home. 40 down and 40 to go here at Talladega Super Speedway. Let's give you your full field rundown as it stands right now, ready for the second half. John Gallagher leads the way. Ruben Phillips is in second spot. Paul Henley is third. Brent Hunsucker fourth in the 2, followed by Robert Woodard in the top 5. Tyler Gatke is currently 6th. Brandon Browning is 7th. Jesse Nicola 8th in the number 1. 9th is Jeff Vickery. And 10th will be the driver of Shane Tierney. 11th is Stephen Ford, who had bad luck a moment ago on pit road with the 10 of Phelps. He's in 11th. 12th is Jory Williams behind him. 13th is DJ Allen. 14th is Chris Malcolm in truck number 41, part of a caution earlier in the beginning of the race around lap 20. Then it's Shane Ledoux in the 15, who's 15th. Joaquin Meza is 16th. He is off the racetrack in truck number 42. Then it's Christopher Pendle, 17th in the 38, followed by Preston Michael and Russell Peets of the 19 starters. That's the way it stands. And again, there's the battle for the lead with John Gallagher, Ruben Phelps behind him. Oh, and by the way, Robert, about another, 4 seconds back is 4.5 seconds back is Paul Henley, Brent Hunsucker, Robert Woodard, Tyler Gatke, Brandon Browning, all ready to run down the top 2 as they exit off 4.
Now here comes the fun part, Wesley. The top 2 made a pit stop, of course. They took fuel and 2 tires. They had a 9.9 pit stop. Ruben had a 9.1. Paul had a 9.6. And then we have the 2, the 16. They both had a 4 tire stop and fuel. So that's how the top 2 got so far ahead, because they only took a short pit stop and only took 2 tires and fuel. Now, also what's going to hurt here as you look at Ruben's truck, and we will go to the gearbox here.
That's John Gallagher getting around the 20 or the 15 of Shane Leduc. This is putting the top 15 a lap down or more.
Yep, if you look at Ruben, look at the damage from running into there on pit road.
Into the 22 of Ford's truck, you're exactly right.
That hurts so bad, so bad. He is not up to speed, he can't push, and the field is coming. As you can see him just exiting for there. They're going to blow by these guys in a heartbeat. And here they come.
The interval was almost 5 seconds 2 laps ago. They've now cut that interval gap to now almost 1.2 seconds, as here they come, reeling them in. Under a second now. Look at the men ready to run down, led by the points leader, Paul Henley in 29. There's that truck. There goes Hunsucker. And probably by the time they get to the back straightaway at the end of the back straights, they will be ready to make their move to move past them. They are so faster than the other 2 trucks. 4 or 5 trucks go faster than 2. And that's exactly what they're doing. To the outside lane. Leader going to the point. Paul Henley in 29 and flying through them like sitting ducks. Brent Hunsucker. The outside lane opens up with Gatke as well. Gallagher just hung out to dry. And new leaders here now. Henley and Hunsucker got to be careful, because if they get too far ahead, well, guess what will happen? That big pack behind those 2 trucks will run them down, and we'll have new leaders there as well. But it looks like they'll finally slow them down, play nice, and there is the new leader.
Yeah, well, that's not Gallagher. Didn't lose too much. First to third, can't complain about that. He got back in line, and I think if I was him, I would just sit and ride now, try to save a little bit of fuel that you can. You don't have to run these things at 100%, you know, gas down to the floor, halfway through the floor. You can run your gas pedal and, you know, around 75% there, Wesley, and save fuel. You don't have to run 100% and use the draft to your advantage.
Another lap in. Here they come across the stripe. Back into turn number 4. Down the straightaway, back to turn 1. There you see that 50. By the way, Christopher Pendle is saying that he's supposed to be in a 60, or he's supposed to be in the 38 Motorcraft truck, but it's saying that he's in the Winn-Dixie number 60 truck. Chris Pendle, my apologies, buddy. We are aware of that. I don't know what to tell you, bud. We're just calling what's on the monitor here, and it's showing the Winn-Dixie number 60, which reminds me of Batesville, Arkansas's Mark Martin. So, nonetheless, hopefully we can get that straightened out or fixed. I don't know if it's iRace wraps or
no, it's
whatever's going on. So
it's trading paints. Just to let you know, Christopher, it's trading paints. Being stupid, didn't download the right car file. Nothing I can do. It is what it is. So gotcha. I can delete paint skins for next week, and 9 out of 10 that fixes the problem, but I can't guarantee you that. So, but back to the race here, as we are a green flag here, 47 laps of 80 here with eNascar Outlaw League. Man, what a great race. Putting on a great show here, and on Talladega, virtual Talladega, for 2.66 miles around this track, 80 times. Man, they're putting down a lot of miles on these engines tonight here at Wesley.
Yeah, they certainly are. No doubt about it. Watching them as they're working the way around the speedway and getting things done, definitely. What a talented bunch that they are, as they'll work their way back across the stripe and put another lap on the board. And looks like Henley's on the outside lane. This is going to open up the door for everybody on the bottom to try to brush by him, by Browning and more. As here comes Hunsucker, the 37 of Adams. All these guys starting to suck him up, as you said. And we're closing in on the final, if you will, 30 laps of this event. And when do you go? That's the question. When do you go?
Oh, man. I've always said you wait till the last 5 laps. I always did. But some people would like to do it with 10 to go. I said it last night, and I'll say it again. You don't want to be the leader. I don't like to be the leader coming to the end. I want to be sitting in 3rd, 4th position. I want to be able to dictate my moves, or, you know, I want to make my moves. I don't want to be forced to make a move. And being the leader, you're going to be forced to either block or, you know, move high, move into the middle. Hopefully you don't get stuck into the sucker hole. And then you're really screwed, you know what I mean, Wesley? So I like to plan my moves. Like Brandon Cawley said last night, think 3 steps ahead before you get there of, okay, how am I going to work the draft? How am I going to move this guy? How am I going to do this? Who am I going to team up with? I'm sure the radio chatter is going on left and right now. I don't know if there's any teammates out there on the tracks tonight or teams. So if there's not, it's all for one for all.
Yeah, I think you're correct on that. This will make their way back around again. Look at this other lap going on. On the inside, John Gallagher. You know, Gallagher lost the lead, and then he's got right back up in there and made it happen again. And now you had 2 trucks and then 2 different packs. Now you've got almost about a 9-pack truck, if you will, 8 trucks now in that pack. If you come off the corner, 3 starting to separate from the other 5, but nonetheless, they're still within a cat's whisker of one another as they come across the start-finish line, and we are 30 laps to go next time around, and there's still a lot of great racing going on. A good, clean race, a fun race so far for the eNascar Outlaw League Truck Series here this evening on Freaky Fast Broadcasting off of Turn 2. Down the back straightaway, and Gallagher still the man leading the way. Gatsky second, followed by Phelps in the top 3 as they go to the back stretch, and they're all single file.
I'm impressed that Ruben in that 10 with that front end damage is be able to hang on in this top 3. I thought he would be freight trained. I'm not. Am I missing something somewhere along the line, Wesley?
I'm not sure.
I mean, his lap times are faster than the leaders with front end damage. Huh?
Watching these drivers working their way around the corner for sure. Another lap on the board.
Hey, chat, can somebody explain to me how these trucks physics work? Because how do you have front end damage and you can run faster than the 2 leaders? What, the draft is that powerful? I don't know.
Wow.
We'll see what chat has to say there, Wesley. Sorry, I totally got off subject because
it's fine.
I'm thinking in my head here, how is this possible? What? What do I know? That's why I'm a broadcaster. Don't put me out on the track. Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, we're looking green, clean and green here all night so far. 1 yellow here tonight here with these guys. 51, getting ready to start lap 51, actually, even though it's going to say 52. They're about ready.
Yeah, it's 29 to go. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. Okay, yep. So we'll have to, well, they're going to have to make one more pit stop, Wesley.
Without a doubt.
When do you make that pit stop? Do you come down? Do you do an early pit stop? Do you do a late pit stop? Do you run your fuel all the way out, hoping for a yellow?
I got a feeling that they're going to come to pit lane between laps 60 and 65. That's what I'm betting.
That sounds about right. Right.
So I'm kind of a numbers guy, but I'm working pit road for Cup races, and I try to keep up with my stats. And I'm thinking, we've seen pit lane between 18, 20 laps. You break it down when they come and pitted first, right before halfway they pitted. That was around a 20-lap increment. So I'm thinking around 20 laps to go, 60, 65, they're going to come to the pit lane and take that money stop, unless we get a caution. If we get a caution, then that'll change everything up.
And there's our stat guy, Wesley. I know you love your stats, man. I try
to keep up with those things.
I just love how you know stats. I mean, I said it before and I'll say it again. I listen to you and other broadcasters, and I enjoy watching what the other broadcasters bring out to the public. And yeah, I do. I enjoy it, man. I'm a fan of you and
thank you.
What you do at other broadcasts, especially after that one race I watched, and you racked off some stats, and I'm sitting there scratching my head going, how in the world does he remember what happened in 2015? Like, seriously? 2015? I don't remember what happened last week.
I tell a lot of people that the day that my memory goes, I'm in trouble, so I need to retire. So, but I appreciate that nonetheless. 17 laps to go coming up, or 27 laps to go now here at Talladega, with still Gallagher leading the way. Gatke in second. Hunsucker on the outside lane. Remember, he had to have a damage repair here about 20 laps ago when he pitted, and he sits there in that number 3 spot comfortably. And there goes that number 10 truck, and that's the driver of Ruben Phelps, followed by Brandon Browning. Jesse Nakula, who brought out the first and only caution of the race, sits comfortably now outside the top 5. In 6th, Paul Henley, the points leader of the eNascar Outlaw League Truck Series, is in 7th, up 11 spots. Stephen Ford, who had an accident with the 10 of Ruben Phelps, who's in 3rd. He sits in the current 8th position. Jory Williams in the green 29th, and Jeff Vickery in truck number 21 sits in the top 10. Right on board with the Ally Financial number 48, Machine of Virginia's Brandon Browning, as he makes his way through the tri-oval here at the Talladega Super Speedway. And we're closing in on lap number 55, which will be now 25 laps to go.
All right, I got an update for you, Wesley. Found out on Facebook chat. Thank you, chat, for letting me know this. It's an iRacing glitch. One car can run from front to back with damage all by itself, basically. It's just the way the physics are built. Also, found out from Paul, they're pitting soon. And just found out from the race control, they're going to have a competition yellow at lap 60. So that is about 5 laps to go. So if you listen to inside of Brandon's car here, or truck, wow, some of them are making an early pit stop, even though we have a competition. Oh, wait, whoa, what's going on? All right, I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently, but some are going in to make an early pit stop, even though we're going to have a competition caution on.
That's right.
5 laps to go. Some are, as we were riding along with Brandon there in that 48, he was running like 50% throttle, meaning he was trying to save the fuel to make it to lap 60 to, for the competition caution and get what he needs to do, the money stop, like you like to call it, and go on from there. So again, thank you, Facebook chat, for filling me in and giving me the info. But back to you, Wesley.
Well, I don't know about it being all back to me.
Anyhow, back to Wesley.
We're having fun, so anyhow, it's coming out of the wire for sure. We're definitely setting ourselves up for a competition caution in the next 5 laps, if you will. But look, Here they come, pit stops. They're coming to pit road.
What?
Browning is in the pits on lap number 55. I missed it by 5 laps on this telemetry. Do they even realize there's going to be a competition caution on lap 60?
I would assume that the race control told them at the beginning of the race.
Trucks are in the pits. Browning is in. The 37 is in. The 41 of Malcolm is in. All these trucks coming in. And I don't think that was not a long enough pit stop for 4 tires and fuel for Brandon Browning. I think he took 2 tires and filled the tank. If that, or a splash of fuel.
Splash, because he
24 laps to go. Yes, sir. And I think he's still in the lead. Holy cow.
Is he going to be able to stay in the lead, as here comes Ruben? Didn't get his damage
He literally come down the pit road as the leader. I think he took a splash of fuel just to go to the finish, honestly.
Yep.
And Brandon entered the pits first and comes out first in the lead still.
What
There's Ruben Phelps. He's behind him. Interval is almost 1.5. Hang on a second. Let me update my timing and scoring here. It looks like the interval is now 1.3 seconds.
Yeah.
There's the interval.
And John and Paul, John Gallagher took in that 50. He took, look at him, man. He took 4 tires. So he took his last set of tires, I do believe. Some people have 2 sets left yet, or 4 tires. They could have just took 2 tire pit stops, so they still got left or right side tires. Man, this is okay. Well, God, I wish iRacing would give us more data on some stuff. Gets so confusing up here in the booth for us, doesn't it, Wesley?
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Well, I hate being confused. I like to know what I'm talking about. Because here comes Ruben. He took an 8.9 second pit stop. And they're 3 seconds ahead of 3rd, 4th, 5th of Jesse, Paul, and John. And this is all going to get shuffled back. And if this works out, great, because now if Brandon can hold Ruben behind him with that damage, it does help a little bit with the draft, of course.
Oh, yeah.
To go another, what are we looking at? 4 laps? No, 3 laps. 3 laps until competition caution comes out?
Yes, sir. Yeah, if that's what's really going to go down here, I mean, I've not really seen anything else.
Yeah, it's going to be a competition caution, which then we do have 9 trucks on the lead lap. And that would put the lucky dog right now back here to Shane in that Ford F-150. And give me a second, chat. I'm trying to catch myself up here of what's exactly going on here. Nope, now that gives the lucky dog to DJ. That's a fighting position there, Wesley, for the lucky dog. I think. Yes, it is. No, it's not.
Back across the line, there'll be 21 laps to go.
Oh,
and there's the caution. 60? And there's the competition caution on lap 60, like clockwork. There's the competition caution. Nobody has crashed anywhere. Ooh. Somewhere between lap 60, they throw the yellow flag, and there it is on lap 59. Yellow flag coming out. And this should, as they say in the words of Bruce Almighty, spice things up a bit.
Very true. Good one. Good one. I like that. But now we're going to see here, Wesley, who has how many sets of tires. Can they put 4 on? Do they only have enough to maybe put 2 on? Or do they have enough to put 2 on and leave 2 left sitting in the pit road just in case they need them?
And does Browning even come to the pit lane in the 48 truck because he already pitted? Does he pit?
I would imagine he would. I wouldn't see why he wouldn't. He only took enough fuel, so he has to pit.
I wonder if some of these guys knew that there was going to be a caution or knew that there wasn't going to be a caution.
I would imagine they would know. I mean, I want to understand why.
I'm trying to find out why Browning came down to the pits, unless he had a flat tire going down, unless he was running out of fuel and he knew he had to take on fuel to go to this point of the race.
60, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my only call, that he would have had to come down because he didn't have enough fuel to make it. He might have been 3 laps short.
Well, anyhow, this is definitely going to make things interesting as we're still waiting for Brandon Browning to catch the pace car. And there goes the pace car in our proverbial view now.
There he
as
is.
We'll get ready to go. Brandon Browning, Ruben Phelps, Paul Henley, Nicola Gallagher, Ford Williams, and I got a feeling they're all coming down to pit road. Money stop time, especially with a competition caution with under 20 laps to go. So they work their way into turn number 4 through the tri-oval. They're all dropping down below the apron on the yellow line, and they are about to commit for what there will be the money stop, led by the leader, Brandon Browning. Struggled last night in the eNascar Outlaw League ARCA event. Looking good here for the money stop as he brings the Ally Financial number 48 Chevrolet onto the pit lane. Also in the pits is Ruben Phelps, Paul Henley, Jesse Nicola, John Gallagher, Stephen Ford, Joy Williams, Jeff Vickery, Hunsucker, all coming in. The money stop here at Talladega with under 20 laps to go. Robert Meyer.
Moyer. I got to get on you.
Look at Phelps. He will enter and exit off the pits immediately. I think he just took fuel, gentlemen. I think Ruben Phelps, Moyer only took fuel, and that was it.
Yeah, I think so, too. He had a 6-second pit stop. Gallagher's a 5-second.
Wow.
Stephen Ford, a 5-second.
Ford's back in the battle. Look at the 22 Chick-fil-A entry. He's back in there. He's third, exiting off the racetrack, and that's the way it'll be when they come back to the green flag.
And our race leader at the caution took 5 tires. Boy, he got an extra tire on there. He took 4 tires. Nice. Yeah, he had a 15-second pit stop, so he took 4 tires and fuel. So the front 3 took fuel and maybe 2 tires with them fuel. And then everybody else 4 tires and fuel. Things that make you go,
Right.
Kumbaya. You're nuts, man.
Here we go. I promise you, they're not going to be singing Kumbaya here in We Are the World. It's about to be Katie bar the door. It's the final countdown, smackdown, if you will, when this thing gets back underway. Because literally, you put the category and the scenario in front of the drivers where, okay, guys, under 20 laps to go. We're going under yellow flag. Bunch up the pack. And this is going to be craziness. Yeah.
Well, that, Wesley, too, they started this about 2 weeks ago. They were looking at doing different things to make the racing more interesting here at Outlaw. And so they came up with this concept of throwing a competition caution near the end of the race to tighten up the field, to give other guys that get shuffled out, get thrown in the back, or whatever, give a chance to catch back up. Here's your one shot. Go for the win. at every track. And we did it at Charlotte, and if it would have stayed green, they would have had the pit. No, the competition caution, Wesley, would have came out with 1 lap before what is it? 3 laps before the race would have ended, 2 or 3 laps. So it was right before the white flag, which then when that yellow came out, put them under a green, white, checkered. You see how that all just played right into but it didn't play out that way. A yellow was thrown in the middle of that run, of that 60 lap run. But if it would have stayed green from the drop of the flag to the end of lap 60, it would have been right before they took the final lap, which then would have triggered it into a green, white, checkered. That we were all up in the booth scratching our heads going, wow, that's gonna get crazy.
Oh, it's like I said, Katie, bar the door, because it's about to get that dang good here, for sure. As we are setting up for this crazy finish here now, and for the most part, what a race!
Oh,
this has been a great race. I got to give props to these guys. They have respected each other. They've had patience, but I give you full permission now, gentlemen. Under 20 laps to go to the checkered flag. It's time to let it all hang out. Let the rough side drag. Whatever happens, happens. Bygones be bygones. Let's get out there and get it done here.
We're going to have that 22 thrown Chick-fil-A wraps out the back. We're going to have the Monster Energy throwing cans out there trying to wreck people. I think it's going to get crazy. It's going to get freaky. It's going to get crazy. And then what we like to say up here, Freaky Fast, just a little bit nuts.
Wow.
You like that? That's probably the first time you heard that too, huh?
Freaky Fast. Yeah.
Well, we're just freaky nuts.
That's right. Well, Freaky Fast, Freaky Nuts. Yeah. Because
that works, right? Wesley, see,
Let's
guys.
Go back to our sponsors. Oh, well, we're coming back to the green flag. Anyhow, I want to thank ButtKicker and iPitting. I got a feeling we're going to mention them again here in a minute because there's about to be a caution. I got a feeling.
Oh,
nonetheless,
he's got the feeling.
We're getting ready to come back to the green flag with Ruben Phelps and John Gallagher on the front row. Here they come. John watching them on the outside lane. Stephen Ford there in the 22. Corky Williams behind him in that number 20 truck. As they'll get ready to come off of Joy Williams, in turn 4 to the tribal. Green flag back in the air. 17 laps to go. All right, back to turn 1. Pick your poison.
Yeah. Well,
Ruben
we got
Phelps to the early lead.
Top 6 are side by side going down to turn 1, getting ready to head down this back straightaway here. Very, very long back straightaway where you can do some dicing and slicing and moving. And you like to say, put the mustard on the hot dog like you said last night, or something with the buns.
Oh, the hot dog between the bun, 3 wide. The hot dog between the bun, the meat and the sandwich, the hot knife through butter.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. A wiggle and a jiggle and a bobble and a giggle.
Oh, God.
Here they come. We'll see how they come off the corner.
A little jiggle, oh, man, I got to learn that because that is so, I love that.
And when you say it so fast, that's what gets them, because it's like, you say it so quickly, they're like, what? What did you just say?
Yeah, well.
Oh, it makes sense.
Okay, real quick, as we are we're here
to the lead.
There we go. Real quick, as they're battling up here, but I have to say this before the race is over. Wesley, today, this afternoon, I was watching our race. Remember, we were talking on Facebook. Yes, it was today. And we were watching it, and I fell asleep. So, whoa! Hold on.
There's Joy Williams. Son Phelps going below the yellow line. Hold that thought for a minute. Don't get all-timers, get some-timers. We got to call this action. As here they come off of turn 4. Williams' truck gets the little wiggle there in the second spot. Here comes Brandon Browning up the outside lane to look up with victory in that 21 machine as they'll work their way back up the speedway. Off of turn number 4 through the triangle, now in the middle of the racetrack. He's going to be 22, Stephen Ford. Hung out to dry. Now he'll duck back up in line behind those trucks on the bottom of the racetrack. And here comes a little punt in the pants from Vickery to Browning. Look at how close that Silverado front nose is about to hit the rear end of the 48 of Browning. Look at that. Oh, you see the engine. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's definitely not practicing social distancing.
Right? Oh, I had
15
to
to
share
go
that.
at Talladega.
Anyways, real quick, my wife came in, and when we were doing the fast forward and you were going blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 she turned around and looked at me, and she just died laughing. Like, she just died in the living room. Like, she looked at me like, what in the world was that? I was laughing. I said, oh, that was Wesley acting funny.
Yeah, just trying to be a little
forward.
comedian with everything going back
Oh,
and
she
forth,
loved
so.
it. Just so you know, she loved it. But all right, well, let's get back to the race here. I had to get that out there. But 14 laps to go here tonight, and things are going to get heated up. You can see that 20 truck of Williams there. He does got a little bit of damage after, getting a little contact there with Ruben there in the 10. You can see it in the left front there. It's just a little crink right there. You see that, Wesley? Just a little bit. So I don't know if that's going to hinder him or not. I would imagine not after what we've seen, what the 10 can do with a front end that wasn't even there.
That's right. Watching what these drivers can do as they'll work off the corner.
I wonder if the high line, looks like the high line is trying to hook up here. They just don't got enough of trucks up there to do it. You can see everybody just motoring on by down on the low line there. Everybody's going to get single file. And we say it before, 10 trucks are faster than 5 trucks.
Working off of the corner, back around the speedway. Another lap on the board. Under 13 laps to go.
All right. Oh, Brandon, what a move.
Well, up the speedway. Yes, sir. Craziness, if you will, as it's getting good. And Brownie now goes from the outside line to the inside line. Vickery also hung out to dry with Hunsucker on the top shelf, and they'll work their way back around the speedway. There goes that 22 now. There goes Stephen Ford. Got Bob Ross on the hood of his ARCA car. Got the Chick-fil-A chicken logo on the front of the 22 machine. Fastest chicken in the South virtually is Stephen Ford in that 22. As he works his way back around the speedway, another lap on the board, and we are closing in on 12 to go at Talladega.
And from what I'm seeing here, Wesley, is that everybody's basically getting single file on the low line. The question is, how long do you ride down there? When do you make the move? Who makes the move on the high side? Who tries to get that high line, rolling? You can't wait too long. You're going to have to get some momentum up there, and you're going to have to get it to go. So, very interesting, very interesting.
Yes, sir.
Tell Bob Ross to paint that Chick-fil-A.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Unfortunately,
as here comes the field.
He did pass away, didn't he, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, unfortunately. I thought he did. But John's been looking very, very strong in that 50 tonight. Up one position, started
yes,
second.
Sir. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the job he's got going for him, and just really just kind of staying out of harm's way, doing what he needs to do. Looking good. Another lap on the board. And closing in on the end of this still, coming up on under 10 laps to go. And again, everybody just kind of being patient. No one breaking out of line. When do you make your move as we're coming on 10 to go next time by? And right now we're seeing Gallagher with such a strong truck. I mean, Williams looks good. So has Phelps. But then you got that 22 of Ford. He's got Hunsucker there. Nakula, who brought out the first caution. Since then, he's done really good staying out of trouble. Brandon Browning's in the mix. Anybody could win this race that's in that pack down the back straightaway.
That is very true. Don't matter if you're riding back there in the back. You might be sitting back there waiting for the carnage to happen. But these guys are known not to have carnage like you see in the ARCA night. ARCA night has very exciting racing, good racing, but these trucks are these drivers race these things very, very clean. The past 3 weeks that we've been broadcasting them, it's been good endings, but not a demolition ending. I guess is the best way I can call it. As I had to fix the screen. Sorry about that, Wesley. I had to fix the screen. Apparently, I
It's
was
all
under
good,
yellow yet, and no one told me.
Not under caution. It's 9 laps to go, brother. We're under 10, and it's about to get good. Holy smokes! It's under 9 remaining, and you got John Gallagher literally leading this pack into the corner. Gallagher and Williams, Ford on the outside lane. There goes Vickery starting to make a move on the top shelf along behind the machine of Hunsucker. And here we go off into turn number 3. Hickory Dickory Dock. The time is running out on the clock. Who will it be here at Talladega? It's still going to be Gallagher, Williams, and now Ford top 3. They come to the trioval with now 8 to go this time by.
As they go across the trioval here to come across the start-finish line with 8 laps to go, they're going to head the field down into turn 1 here 8 more times. And we'll see how this all plays out, Wesley, as this is going to start to get heat up. Ruben's going to go up high. Nope, he's going to decide, nope, I'm going to go back down low. I think I'm going to stay right where I'm at right now. That top line is not moving as fast as he thought it was. So what do you think's going to happen here, Wesley? When would you make your move? If you were out there, when would you make your move? 5 laps ago? 4 laps?
It's definitely getting intense here. I know that. And just a matter of when do you make your move and not make that mistake, as they're going 3 wide behind the leader Gallagher on the inside lane. And there goes contact. Ruben Phelps spinning, roaring through pit road. No caution yet. Green flag will remain. Phelps is out of the dance now. He just literally gave it away by flying down pit road. Maybe he won't get an EOL penalty for speeding because it was under his not of his control. Nonetheless, here comes the pack off at turn number 2. New leader Ford getting around Williams and Gallagher for that spot. Hunsucker makes the move behind Vickery, and also now Leduc is in that mix on the outside lane to the back straightaway. 7 to go.
Here we go, 7 to go. This is going to get heated up. We said it. That 20 truck of Williams got in the sucker hole and somehow got himself back out of the sucker hole. I think him and Ruben got together a little bit. But check out Stephen Ford. Top to the bottom. He's going to take the lead. Gallagher in that 50 had a strong truck, and I kind of have to say what I said before. He was sitting in the sucker hole. He did not want to be up front, and they motored on by him. Now, what's this 22 going to do, Wesley? Can he hold off the whole pack of hungry wolves that are going to try to take him in the next 6 laps?
That's right. Here they come. A wiggle and a giggle off the corner on the inside of the racetrack. There goes Williams. He thought about it. Jumping out of line, going below the yellow line. Not yet. Gallagher now jumps off to the inside. They thought about making another breakaway to the inside. They're 3 wide into turn number 3. One truck drops below the apron, the 37 Crown Royal entry. There's Adams. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack holds it together. No harm, no foul. Off of turn 4. 3 wide, almost 4 wide. A possibility, but Gallagher going below the bottom of the apron. He tucks back in line. They're going to go single file and come to 5 to go. Open hand at the flag stand. This time by, it's getting good at Talladega.
Oh, look at that bump draft. Look at the drafting. Things have heated up. Look at the 2 stuck in the circle hole there. Oh, man, who is that? Who's the 2? Brent?
That's Hunsucker, bud. That's Hunsucker. Yes, sir.
Man, he got shuffled out fast. Oh, and here comes the 20 now, Wesley. He's going to be looking up on the high side.
What craziness we are seeing for sure.
Oh, man, 3 wide back into 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and here comes Brandon. He's back here. He's trying to move the sucker line, and the sucker line actually looks like it's not being a sucker tonight. It's moving. I tried to come up with something with that, but it didn't work.
Another lap on the board. This race coming to a close here. Well, here we go.
Ooh, yes. Hang
on.
What
craziness we have seen so far. Another lap on the board. Working lap number 76 complete. 4 to go. And here comes the pack on the inside. John Gallagher. Gallagher, Ford, Williams, Nakula, Hunsucker in the top 5. Down the back straightaway, they go into the corner. Into turn number 3. When do you make your move? And there's contact. Gallagher face plants, gets turned. Brownie knows got turned. He overcorrects after getting fishtailed. He now spins and the caution is out with 4 laps to go. That could have been really worse than it turned out to be, though. A 2-truck accident. Gallagher getting put in the fence in turn number 3 with the 50 after battling alongside Ford and Williams, and then the 48 fishtailing, overcorrecting, correcting that truck 48, and being able to continue the dance. And this is going to be a shootout. We might possibly see overtime here now. Second caution of the race, unless you count it being 3 with the competition caution with 20 to go.
Watch this 20 here, Wesley. He is pushing hard.
And there's Ford, and they're cut off the air. You see it. Like, it really wasn't Jory Williams' fault, but look how he face-planted the wall quickly. I mean, he literally face-planted the inner safer wall barrier there in the turn 3 concrete and comes to a stop, and thank goodness nobody else was able to hit him. And then you got the 29 truck of Henley going down below the apron, but also watch the 48. Keep an eye as we still show our Freaky Fast broadcast replay. Watch the 48 truck of Brandon Browning from Virginia and see what happened to him as this was after. We got to go back in reverse. There you go. Watch him right there. Look at little fishtail. Got a little contact from Hunsucker.
Oh, wow.
And then Malcolm's truck in 41. And then you see Browning fishtailed sideways, kept on going.
How did he save that thing?
Watch Malcolm. Watch the 41 truck of Malcolm. Okay, this was already after that. We got to rewind again. But keep an eye on that 41 truck of Chris Malcolm, because he actually got into the 48 on the left 41. Rear. Watch this. Here you see it again. We can show this again. Look at Williams. And there you see where Williams got into the Gallagher. Gallagher's already crashed right there. And now watch the 41. And actually the 48 of Browning came down. Oh. The 48 of Browning came down, and he hooked the left rear of the 41 and hooked the left rear of Browning's truck. That was the 41 of Malcolm, Chris Malcolm. And then he had nowhere to go. But then a great piece of driving by the 48 truck of Brandon Browning to, even though spin, overcorrected, corrected, and kept on going, getting fishtailed and making it work. So that was awesome driving.
I want to go back and look at that.
You catch all that?
Yeah, I caught all that, but I want to go watch this again real quick, Wesley, because I kind of think there was whoops. I hit the wrong button.
Net code?
Yeah, I think it was. Dang it. I keep hitting the button. Apologize for that. Watch real closely here. Let's slow it down. Watch this really close. Oh, yeah. It wasn't even close. The 41 didn't even. That was all net code completely.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is that net code who got.
So we're not talking about the contact with the 20 and the 50. You can see he hooked him.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the 48 and the 41. That was net code, basically.
Correct. And
Gotcha.
Who got the brunt end of that deal was the 48. Got a little bit of damage. It didn't do nothing to Chris, which tells me that when it's net code like that, 9 out of 10, it falls onto the 48, had an internet glitch or something happen, because he got damage out of it. It's showing him with damage. So the 41 didn't even get no damage at all. Nothing. Not even a scrape.
Well, while we're under yellow flag, we wanted to talk about this earlier. We'll do it now as we get ready for overtime. This broadcast on Freaky Fast of the eNascar Outlaw League Truck Series is presented by ButtKicker 2. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience. The ButtKicker Gamer2 lets you feel every detail, from subtle footsteps to the rumble of a V10 powered race car, from ambient environmental effects to even the power of a nearby explosion. By moving a physical mass instead of only air like a traditional speaker, the Gamer2 provides an instant, accurate, powerful bass response, and it's all perfectly in sync with every game with no additional software required. Up and amp your sound now for a better iRacing experience with ButtKicker 2. Thank you also again to iPitting. They are a board and a web tool designed for iRacing teams, and it helps you to create an iRacing series board for all your teammates. It provides all your teammates with a clear vision of every data they need, including schedules, results, championship standings, and race standings and results. It also gives great help for your team community manager, which can also use your tools to now and share on social networks for your also team achievements. Get on board with that today at ipitting.com. And again, we're under the yellow flag, ready to go into overtime. I am Wesley Outland, Robert Moyer. Finally got it, Robert. Robert Moyer in the house.
In the house.
Yes, sir. In the house. Ready
Raise
to go
your
for this finish. He's in Pennsylvania. I'm in North Carolina. And we are ready to bring this one on home for supper at Virtual Talladega. It'll be a green, white, checker shootout. Katie, bar the door, ladies and gentlemen, because we have actually not officially gone into overtime yet either. Actually, we have. My apologies.
We have. Yes.
This would be the first attempt of a green-white checker, and we'll have attempts of, I think, 3 attempts.
No, 1 attempt.
One attempt.
This is it. Yep. If I remember correctly, unless they changed that on me too.
Well, anyhow, ready to go.
I do
As the
believe
field
we
will
have
come
one.
off of turn 4, there will be 1 attempt at a green-white checker. If they take the white flag, next flag ends the race. Here we go. If they take the checkered flag, obviously the race is over. If they take a caution, the field is frozen, and we will the race will finish the way in that order from the caution coming out. So
Correct.
Here we go. Should be a good one. Stephen Ford, Jory Williams, Jesse Nicola, Brent Hunsucker, Brandon Browning in the top 5, Tannerini, Vickery, Henley, Phelps, Gatke, all in the top 10. Here they come to the line through the tri-oval, back to speed this time by into the Geico restart zone, ready for a green-white checker shootout. They're right in the middle of the box. They're in the air, green flag waves, and it's going to be Stephen Ford getting the jump. But don't want to jump out too far, because on the outside lane, here comes Jory Williams. He'll close from the outside lane to the inside lane, throws a block on Nicola as they go to turn 1, and at the outside comes Hunsucker in turn 1.
Wow, and Brandon, wow. I just got tongue twisted watching what the 20 did. He closed that gap. I didn't even think he'd be able to fit that truck in there, Wesley, but he did.
Keep an eye on that 50 truck, guys. He's still coming. Below the yellow line goes Corey Williams. Make a little contact. There's Nicola. Nicola gives him a little punt. A little punt into turn 3. They'll go 2 wide. They're about to go 3 wide. Thought better of it. Back to 2 wide from the blimp view into turn number 3. Exiting turn 4. Coming to the white flag. It is Jory Williams now, leading the way, ready to unleash the beast in the Monster Energy number 20 to the bottom of the racetrack. Almost Nicola goes to the inside of the apron to go 3 wide. Thought better of it. Ford to the bottom. He's got help on the top shelf with now Hunsucker. Vickery makes a move to the outside. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go here in Talladega. They're in turn 1 for the final time.
Final time here tonight with Outlaw League, and look at this, 2x2. Oh, the 22 gets tapped by the 2. Oh, we got
Hunsucker. Hunsucker, a little bump there. There is the 10 of Phelps. Reuben Phelps into the machine of Hunsucker. Hunsucker gives a punt in the pants to Stephen Ford. They'll work their way down the back straightaway. Into speed into 3. Ford on the outside with Hunsucker, and Phelps is a wingman. To the bottom in the middle goes Browning. Browning gets contact with Williams. They make contact and crashes into Phelps. Caution coming out. This race is over. They'll run back to the checkered flag as they're crashing. Stephen Ford shaping it up to what it was last night. It's like last night. Here comes the 2 of Hunsucker. He's got it right on the outside.
Oh!
Contact. Oh, he goes spinning into the wall.
No.
Stephen Ford crashes. He'll get second. Hunsucker crashes. He'll win the race.
No freaking way.
Wow.
What in the world? Welcome to eNascar Outlaw League, Wesley.
Goodness. It's going to give me a heart attack. Oh, wow.
2 nights
What
in a row.
finish. Holy cow, are you kidding me?
Oh my God, guys.
It's
I don't mean
just
to
like
say-
last night, only better because they crashed each other across the finish line.
Oh,
Holy cow.
my goodness gracious. I don't know if I can even get back to
What
that.
a finish. Let's go back to the finish one more time if we can actually show a replay. The Freaky Fast Broadcasting replay. By the way,
see,
checkered
I
flag
got it.
is out. This race is official. And even though they crashed across the finish line, Stephen Ford is actually it's going to be Hunsucker the winner. Brent Hunsucker is officially the winner. Brent Hunsucker the winner. Stephen Ford is second. You've got Corey Williams flipping through the air. Here comes the battle for the finish. We'll show the wreck again in just a second, but look at this. It's just like last night between Arnold and Alward in the ARCA race. Same thing here, except The 22 was not going to budge on Hunsucker, and they pushed each other to the limit. Hunsucker comes down on the 22. The 22 comes up on Hunsucker. I can't say that's rough driving. They're running to the checkered flag. That's a racing deal right there, Robert Moyer.
Oh, I agree. This is racing at its finest. Oh, my goodness. What did he even win that by?
He won the race by 3/1000ths of a second,
No.
0.03.
No
Wow.
way. I think that was the same as last night.
Yeah, last night I think was 4 or 500ths of a second.
Is
This
that
was
what it
300ths of a second. Yeah, yeah, wow.
Wow, let's go back here too real quick. I don't know if I can get back to it.
This finish tonight was closer than last night. Last night was about half a car length. Tonight's race is like literally side by side at the stripe. Like, let's go to the finish one more time. Look at this. Into the corner, watching them crash and wreck and fight. Same thing like last night.
Oh, my
Final lap,
God.
they crashed or flying through the air. Sean LeDude. Phelps is upside down to the Hot Wheels, number 10 on the bottom of the apron. Katie bar the door.
Oh, my
Vickery's involved.
goodness.
Malcolm's involved. The 50 of Gallagher's involved. The 16 was involved of Tyranny. The 19 crashed.
Look
There
at the
you see him.
20.
Look at the 20 truck of Corey Williams flying through the air and then barrel rolling as he comes to the bottom of the apron crash in turn 3 and 4.
Oh, man. How many?
And meanwhile,
He's
while
still
all this is
rolling.
going on, while this is all going on, look at the race for the finish between Brent Hunsucker and Stephen Ford, and look at them coming to the line. Just like last night, Monday night's ARCA Series event for the eNascar Outlaw League. The same for the trucks here tonight as Hunsucker goes to the top shelf, gets into the 22 of Stephen Ford, and look at them as they come to the start-finish line. 3/1000ths of a second. 3/1000ths of a second. Look at how close this is as they come to the start-finish line here. Look. Wow.
Wow. Look at that. That is a truck length almost.
Race is official. I think last night was 4/1000ths of a second. This is 3/1000ths of a second. And then you got Hunsucker crashing and winning. Shades of what happened to the 92 Winston All-Star race with Davey Allison and Kyle Petty crashing on the last lap. We saw the same thing happen here tonight. As, man, I'll tell you what, Hunsucker won the race, but he paid the price for it because that truck is all tore up. Silver number 2, the silver bullet, if you will, of Mr. Brett Hunsucker winning here at Talladega. Let's take a look at the results of this event. Then I'm going to let Robert Moyer take over and handle post-race interviews. Wow. 44/1000ths of a second, the interval at the start-finish line. There it is, 0.044, 44/1000ths. Brent Hunsucker is the winner. Stephen Ford is second, crashed. Brandon Browning third, 48, crashed. Jeff Vickery fourth, 21, crashed. Everybody crashed at least more, and they come off of turn 4. Jeff Vickery in the 21, he's also crashed. Paul Henley crashed in 29, the top 5. Again, all of those drivers in the big one in the last lap. And even the top 2 crashing at the finish line. When it's all said and done, Nicola, Tyranny, Williams, Phelps, Gallagher, or Phelps the top 10. Phelps is the number 10 Hot Wheels truck. Jory Williams was the green Monster Energy truck we saw flipping through the air. He'll get a top 10 finish after that bad luck on the last lap. John Gallagher redeeming himself after leading most of the race to finish in 11th. DJ Allen is a 12th. Malcolm, LeDude, Meza, Pendle, Michael, Woodard, and Pete's the rundown for the trucks here tonight for the eNascar Outlaw League Truck Series at Talladega. A wild one, 44/1000ths of a second. And Brent Hunsucker out of nowhere steals a win away from the pack, away from Stephen Ford at the finish line. A good race. Fun times here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Robert, a pleasure. Look forward to working with you Saturday for the virtual Indianapolis 250. And I'll let you take over and handle post-race interviews until we meet again, my friend. God bless you all.
Well, God bless you. Thank you, Wesley, for joining me here in the booth. Freaky Fast is happy to have you up here, and we cannot wait till Saturday. Again, make sure everybody tunes in Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, as we've got a special IndyCar event. It's going to be Lee Tidwell, Wesley calling the field, calling the race, with me running in back in the booth. But all right, well, we'll be right back and get everybody ready for our post-race interview here with Freaky Fast Broadcasting and eNascar Outlaw League. But we will be right back. All right, we're back with our post-race interview here with eNascar Outlaw League here at Talladega Super Speedway in the Truck Series. Man, what a race, what a finish we had. We're going to get ready to have the interviews with our top 3 drivers, and I definitely can't wait to hear and see what they have to say on how the race is. But we're going to bring up good old Brandon there in that 48, and man, did he have turning events up and down all night, but he's going to bring it home in third. Brandon, Robert up here in the booth, you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, buddy, I got you.
Well, we talked last night. You were telling me that you wanted to run this race. You needed to do it. You wanted to battle, and to get into the chase with 2 races to go after tonight. And you bring it home third after having a roughed up night, basically. It was up and down, running in the back, running in the front, got caught up in a couple accidents, but you finally made it through the field, and you got yourself up to third place after that horrific ending, again, like we've seen in the ARCA. But how was the race out there for you tonight, and what was your game plan to get as many points as you could?
Yeah, first of all, thank you guys. I want to thank Freaky Fast for putting on the broadcast. You guys do an excellent job every week, man. But I guess the game plan really was to just survive. I tried to ride at the back, try to take it easy last night. Didn't work so hot for me. So today I just wanted to do, by all means, survive the race. And we were able to stick around at the end. And I didn't know what it was going to come down to. 2 shout-outs I also want to add there. I want to shout out Kyle Speeds for being my spotter those last few laps there. Kept me out of trouble. And definitely Shane Tierney. Without that run going into 3, there's no way I was making it out of that crash.
What were you thinking when you got that little love tap in that one with the 41 with Chris? When it looked, going back and looking at it there, Brandon, it was net code. It was so much net code that it was unreal. But you saved that thing. You were sideways like you were dirt racing it at 170 miles per hour. And Wesley and I both said, "What in the world? How did you save that thing?"
If I'm straight honest with you, I did a little bit of praying at the moment, and I guess Jesus take the wheel type stuff, because I don't know, man. I thought that was it. I thought I was totaled. I didn't know what was going to happen, and was able to wheel out of it. Shout out to every person in this race tonight. I mean, there's a lot of clean giving and taking. And, I couldn't have done it without those guys. It's a great group of guys to run with. Had made a little bit more boneheaded moves. Who knows how it would have turned out, but they did an excellent job. Proud of everybody, especially the guys that kept it clean the whole race.
Yeah, it was a good race all the way up. One yellow up until we got to the halfway point, and we knew it was going to heat up. We know this, Brandon. It's Talladega. This happens at any super speedway. I even consider any 2-mile track. Things get heated up when there's about 10 to 20 laps to go. So I'm sure you're happy on the points that you get. Now, how did this all pan out for you, do you think, in the points? How much closer did this get you to get maybe up into the playoffs in the top 16?
I think I come in setting 13th. Of course, we had a little bit low car count tonight, so I encourage anyone that's watching and that didn't run tonight to come out and run with us, man. We have a blast here in this series, and it's relatively clean. But as far as the points go, I definitely think it helped. I mean, obviously it was a big points night. The only thing is I'm not so much watching, trying to climb up the ladder, so to speak, with the races that are left. I'm more watching like the cut line,
Right.
and making sure I'm clean and clear of those guys. So I think it went a long way. Obviously, I wanted to win. I wanted a shot at the race for it, but I'm happy with the third. Third's great for points.
Right. Well, we head to Chicago next week, and then we finish out the season before we start our playoffs, and we go to Phoenix Raceway. How do you feel on the next 2 weeks coming up on Chicagoland and Phoenix?
Chicagoland and Phoenix are okay tracks for me. I think I can run toward the front. The biggest thing after that, man, is the playoffs. All of the races in the playoffs, except for Homestead, are in my wheelhouse. So, just trying to survive there too. Gain, accrue enough points to make it. If I had to choose one that I run better at, I would imagine it would probably be Phoenix. Phoenix is more of like in my wheelhouse than Chicagoland is.
Okay. All right. Well, before I let you go celebrate this third place finish here, buddy, anybody want to give a hello to, a shout out to, or anybody out there?
Yeah, just again, Kyle Spees, Shane Tierney for those pushes, all the guys that work with me, Joaquin Meza, those guys there. And of course, I don't know that she'll watch it back. She might. I'll give a shout out to my wife who, doesn't give me a hard time for sitting here and doing this so much and trying to win races. She's just kind of understanding. So I appreciate that.
Amen on her, and God bless her too and your family. But congratulations again here from Freaky Fast Broadcasting, man. You're bringing it home third here at a tough track. It could have been dismal and it could have been really great. And to me, finishing third is great. Better than last, if you ask me.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Third better than the 23rd. So
right.
Again, one last shout out that I want to squeak in there.
Yeah,
again,
go ahead.
To you, Robert Moyer, to all of you guys at Freaky Fast. I appreciate everything you guys do for us in and out of this league. You guys are an excellent broadcasting company. I appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you, bud, and we much appreciate it, too. And, all right, well, congratulations, man, and we'll let you go celebrate this and get ready to head on to Chicagoland next week in the ARCA cars.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, thanks, bud. All right, that's your third place finisher, Brandon Browning, bringing it home. And let's bring up good old Steven Ford in that 22 Chick-fil-A. Led a lot of laps out there tonight, and unfortunately he is going to bring it home second, but let's see how his race went, how his interview went. But all right, well, let's bring him up real quick. Steven, Robert up here in the booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I do. What's going on, man?
Oh, not much, man. Not much, man. Well, you are up one position. You started third here tonight. Qualified yourself into third with that Chick-fil-A 22 machine. Man, you were fast. You led some laps there at the beginning. Then you got shuffled back after that first yellow. And then you stayed in the middle of the pack. You're up front, into the middle, up front, little in the middle, until the end of the race. And then it just got crazy. And somehow you escaped through that last lap and brought it home second. Give us a rundown on how your race was out there tonight, man.
Overall, I'm a big fan of super speedways to begin with, and actually my first ever iRacing win was at Talladega back in, I believe it was C-Class. So I've always liked this track since I started racing, and I took pretty much every race I've ever done with Talladega since I started racing and just took it and went with it. I made sure to survive, which is the biggest thing at Dega, 100%, is survival, and I did everything I could to make sure I was at least in the end. I can't be any happier with the way it turned out for me. I mean, of course, I would have liked that win, but I have to give it to Brent. I mean, he made that move and gave me no other option but to let him have that outside. So
you just took the words out of my mouth. That was going to be my next thing. You guys coming down to the white, to the checkered flag, and you kept pushing them up the track. I get why you did it. You're trying to pinch them off to get them off the, out off the gas a little bit by just a tick is what all you needed. And unfortunately, he said, you know what, buddy? I am not going to let off. And you guys came across the start-finish line. We rewinded it 4 times for the viewers to watch it. What an epic finish. And you both wrecked, but it was clean. I would have done the same thing. And I'm like you in the shoes. I wouldn't be mad. It was for the win. What do you expect?
No, and I'm not angry at all, and I even spoke with him before jumping in with you. He's not upset. He doesn't blame you in the least bit. We both agreed that the high line at Vegas, especially at the end, is what we want. I tried to make sure that I had the high line, and I wanted him to dip low, because if he got in the low line, I felt like I could have held him off up there. He would not let off, and I pinched him to the point where it was either go up another centimeter and wreck us both and maybe cross the finish line, or just let it go and pray.
Well, you both played it right. You didn't put them up into the wall, and you both went sideways to the left, crossed the start-finish line, and headed to the inside wall. And you both bring it home first and second. And unfortunately, you're one step behind. You're in second, but it's still a great points night, man. And, I'd be happy coming out with the second place finish at Talladega. But congratulations again, bud. And before I let you go celebrate this second place finish, anybody you want to give a shout out to, man?
Yeah, I gotta give it up to these guys. It's craziness every week. Some weeks it's awesome, some weeks it's hell. But the trucks in general, it is just a hell of a group. Like Brandon said, it's a little small in the numbers. So please, guys, get in here. Because me, for example, I joined 4th week into the season, and I think with this finish, it gets me tweaking into that playoff picture now, which I didn't even think was a possibility when I first joined. So I'm definitely going to make a shot for that now going into the last couple of races.
Well, no matter what happens out there, you got to finish races. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you're out there running with a truck that's got a half a motor left. Finishing races is key to winning a champion. And people that give up 3 laps into it, you're never ever going to win a champion. You're just not gonna. You have to finish races.
Exactly.
And you got to show up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely show up, because I believe there's a couple of guys that are in front of me that I believe couldn't make it tonight. So, I mean, it helps me. That's great, but I would like to. The more guys in, the better. It makes it a hell of a lot more funner. So I agree. Can't express it enough. Get in here, guys. It's a hell of a league and a hell of a lot of fun. That's
right. Well, hey, man, congratulations again up here at Freaky Fast and getting your second place finish. And I'm not seeing on your name. When do you run again?
I will actually be running tomorrow night. I run the Arcas, Truck, and Cup. So I will be back again tomorrow night, and I'm gonna hopefully this time get that one extra spot to push just on through.
Correct.
I'm hoping.
Well, we'll be watching here at Freaky Fast, and PTM will be broadcasting that race. So we wish you the best of luck tomorrow night at Talladega again here, and hopefully you can bring it home for a victory tomorrow night. But we will catch you in the Arcas next week as we head to Chicagoland, and we wish you the best of luck in that track, man.
And you'll be sure to see Bob Ross back in the Arcas. That's to help you guys out a little bit. I tried to get him tonight, but I couldn't find him in time. So
there you go. That's awesome, bud. All right, well, congratulations again, bud, and we will catch you next Monday night.
See you later, guys.
All right, later. All right, that is our second place. Steven Ford bringing it home in second. You heard what he did, man. What an excellent race. But all right, well, let's get ready to go and have our pre-race interview race winner here of Brent and see how his finish went. Brent, Robert up in the booth. Got a copy there, my friend.
What's going on?
Not much, man. Well, hey, first off, I want to say what a crazy race out there tonight. Congratulations on getting the win here at Talladega with these guys, but give us a rundown on the start of the race to the middle of the race, and you put it on the pole, and then the ending of the race. Oh my God, I don't know how you guys, I don't know how you made it through the wreck coming out of 4, but then for you to battle Steven there, coming across the checkered flag sideways was an epic finish here for these guys.
Said it's not the first time I finished a Dega like that. Basic strategy, I was just trying to stay toward the front, find somebody good and easy to push for a little bit of good speed.
Your truck was good, man. I mean, you put it on the pole tonight. You kind of kept your truck out of a little harm's way all night. You got a little bit of nits here and there, and a little beating and a little banging here and there. That's expected at Talladega. But give us that walk down coming out of 4, heading down into the triover for that win and battling it with that 22 of Stevens. what was your game plan? Were you not gonna lift? Were you said, you know what, I'm gonna go for it, and whatever happens, happens? What was going through your head coming across that, checker flag?
Wreck out of 4. I saw it in the rear view, and I just kind of held my foot down, and nobody clipped me. And once we made it out of there, I knew we were clear, so I figured I'd push him, get a good run coming out of the corner. Once I came out of the corner, I went to go high. He kind of blocked me. I went back a little low, and once he twitched low, I just committed. I just floored it and went high. And he did try and pinch me a little bit on the top, but no, it was a good race. That was a lot of fun.
Most definitely, man. It was fun watching you guys go sideways across the start-finish line. Go back and watch the broadcast. We rewinded it about 5 times for all the viewers to watch, and we were even astounded after what we seen. And ARCA cars, same finish, same thing, except we weren't wrecking across the start-finish line. And then you guys come out here in the trucks and put on another whale of a show and do the same thing. Back-to-back nights here at Freaky Fast. I would have to say you guys are fast, but you guys are also freaky nuts.
We have a little fun.
Amen on that. But all right, well, congratulations again on getting your victory here. And is there anybody you want to give a shout out to before I let you go, bud?
Little appreciation to Henry and Ford for helping me get to the front of the pack.
All right. Well, yeah, congratulations. Thank you to them. And all right, well, congratulations, man. It looks like you only run the truck, so I guess we will catch you next week at Chicagoland on Tuesday night.
We'll see you then, and I may be committing to a few more for next season, so we'll see.
10-4. Well, we hope to see you more out there, but until then, we will catch you later, Brent, and you have a great night, buddy.
You too.
Thanks. All right, it was our race winner here tonight. Congratulations to him. We have already, sorry, I apologize. I do apologize for that. Dog barking right behind my chair, so I do apologize if that blew anybody's ears out. But anyways, yes, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we are off tomorrow night as I have my son's birthday party tomorrow night. I got a little birthday thing for him, my son. He's an adult, but it is his birthday tomorrow night. And then we will be with Gulf Coast IndyCar Racing Series Thursday night, 7:50 with Gulf Coast. Make sure you tune in on Thursday night, 7:50 with Lee Tidwell. Hopefully we'll be able to make it up into the booth. Not sure if he's going to be there, but Zach Hall will be there. I will be there. And then we are off Friday night because that's wifey night, like we like to always say. And then Saturday, like I said before in the broadcast, everybody, we have a special event, IndyCar Racing, IndyCar 500, couple leagues, Area 51's involved, Gulf Coast is involved. Race winner gets $50, second place gets $30, and third place gets $20 to the winners. And then there's also 33 vehicles that are going to be qualifying to get into that race, but there's actually 50 to 60 cars going to be qualifying to get into that race, and the top 33 get into the race. And that will be live at 2 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, and we will have Wesley Outland. It's going to be joining me into the booth with Lee Tidwell. We'll be there at 2 p.m., so we'll have some great commentating going on. But if you want to join and try to run in this Indy special event this Saturday, hit me up on Facebook or Discord. I will send you the link information. You can join their Discord, read through the rules, apply for a number, and get ready to maybe win something. Who knows? Go for it. But until then, we like to say thank you everybody for tuning in. You know what to do. Don't forget to hit that follow, subscribe, and like button on Facebook. And if you're on the YouTube side, you can hit that subscribe and like and hit that share button. And you can also share it to any of your favorite platforms out there on social media of your choosing. But until then, we'll talk to you in the next one. God bless everybody. We love you all. Peace out.